suggestions about our future work at jonangdharma volunteers?
Sure. Well, as I was saying earlier, we consider you all to really be kind of a model for what we would like to see more generally in the online space. So yeah, we're happy about how you have used our materials to create something really special and unique and distinctive that benefits practitioners and the tradition, your particular sectarian tradition overall. I can tell you that we've now mentioned Jonang volunteers in at least one of our annual reports to our donors. You guys make for a perfect example of our impact on the broader tradition. So thank you about that. But I think there's a lot of area for BDRC and for Jonang volunteers to grow, especially in terms of taking advantage of next generation technology. So as I understand your site, you make available translations, you make available the texts, both the images of the scans and also the OCR. So I'd like to talk about those things. First would be the images. At present, you allow for the download of the text, volume by volume. And on average, each volume is quite large, 85 or 90 megabytes. Okay, but nowadays with IIIF image viewers, it's possible for you to allow the text to be viewed with a very kind of, what's the right word? A very bright and light and easy to use image viewer right there on the site. And so it utilizes a technology called IIIF, International Image Interoperability Framework. And so what that allows is for individual sites such as yours to harvest images from their main server, which in this case would be BDRC, and then to allow them to be viewed on your site. That can be an entire volume, just one text within a volume, or even just a couple of pages. With this IIIF technology, one can even take just a detail, just say for instance the outline of an illustration within a text, and then link it to your site. And the image viewer is fantastic. It's much better than what we offer right now on TBRC. It's full screen, scrolling.
Is that like Cambridge, Oxford?
Probably. They probably utilize IIIF image viewers.
So they have like a photo of the image itself, the sort of not the scan, but the actual photo, and you can slide. And you can slide through it. Yes. Yeah. Very rapidly, very seamlessly, just continuous scrolling. Sure. So that's something that I think we can work on. Our images have now been processed to be available as IIIF, and then it would just take a little bit of work on your part to do that. And so of course you should continue to offer downloads of the entire volumes, but there's no reason why the images can't be viewed directly on your site. And so that can be done using open source, standards-based technologies. These are things that are very new. They weren't available a couple of years ago, but with a little bit of work, you can join us in the kind of cutting edge. So that would be great. And then OCR. So there have been some advances lately in OCR, at least the OCR of computer input font. I think that we've discussed over email, how Google seems to have the best OCR engine for Tibetan. They offer it as a commercial service, but it's very inexpensive when you're working at the scale that you work at. Just a couple of dollars for a volume, an entire volume. So that's very affordable. And then with translations, it's so fantastic that you're translating on dual tracks, both into English and Chinese. I haven't looked at the translations. I have every reason to believe they're
the quality and accuracy is very high, but maybe we can bring you, help you access kind of the broader translation community. So just a couple of months ago, I was at an annual translation conference in Colorado, sponsored by the Tsadra Foundation. So every year they have a conference on translation. The theme varies year to year, but in essence, it's about and for translators. And so it would be great to bring you into these international networks of translators. This is really the golden age of Tibetan translations, at least into English, with projects such as 84,000, the great generosity of the Tsadra Foundation in sponsoring translations. And then there's a number of really good translation groups, Shambhala and Wisdom and Snow Lion, publish dozens of translations a year. So it would be great to bring you into that broader community.